Hey everybody, and welcome to Chris Hacks Life. I'm Chris, your host, and in this episode we're going to look at reasons why you might want to pay off your mortgage before you hit age 50. Now, if that sounds like something that you're interested in, be sure to stay tuned to learn why. The first reason you might want to pay off your mortgage by the time you hit age 50 is tied to stress. Studies have shown that most people hit their peak in earnings around the time they hit between 40 and 50. Therefore, if you're able to get rid of the mortgage by the time you hit 50, you're going to be a lot better off because you won't have to pay that mortgage when other people are seeing their wages stagnate or even come down a little bit while their mortgage payment stays the same. So if it's gone, you'll be better off. You'll have a lot less stress in your life. So if you're able to get rid of your mortgage by the time you're 50, your stress level will be a lot lower than your neighbor's if he or she loses a job at that point versus whether you lose a job at that point. Another way you can cut down on the stress in your life is by clicking the like button and giving this video a thumbs up. It's also a very short distance between the like button and the subscribe button, so if you wouldn't mind hitting that as well. Thanks. So the second benefit that you might see from paying off your mortgage by the time you hit age 50 is going to be the amount of the increase in your cash flow that you'll be able to use each month. You can put that increased cash flow towards your investments. You might be able to put it towards paying for your kids' college. You might be able to use it for a trip. Whatever you decide to use that excess cash flow on is entirely up to you. Your mortgage payment is likely the biggest bill that you have each and every month, and with that gone, you will have not just a small stream of extra income coming in each month, you will have a massive river of income rolling in your way each month that you don't have to put towards a mortgage payment. For example, let's say that you make $5,000 a month. Your monthly mortgage payment is $2,000 a month. That means that you have, after taxes, $3,000 to put towards anything that's not your mortgage. Let's say that mortgage goes away. Your property taxes and your insurance make up $500 of that. That means that you will now have $1,500 more related to your free cash flow. That brings us to reason number 3 you might want to pay off your mortgage by the time you hit age 50, and that's tied to the ability to create wealth. Chris Hogan published in 2019 a book titled Everyday Millionaires: How Ordinary People Built Extraordinary Wealth and How You Can Too. And one of the things that he found as he researched for the book, they investigated and interviewed 10,000 millionaires. They found that 67% of the millionaires had paid off houses. In fact, the average length of time that it took the millionaires to pay off their houses was, get this, 10.2 years. That's about 20 years shorter than the average 30-year mortgage, and without a mortgage payment for those 20 years, imagine, going back to point 2, the ability to have a greater free cash flow. That free cash flow, you can just shovel it into your investment accounts and your retirement accounts, and you can really start to build wealth rapidly. So that's reason number 3, the ability to build wealth. Now, Hogan's book doesn't necessarily show causation between paying off your mortgage and then becoming a millionaire, but he does show a very strong correlation. And if we're looking to learn from what millionaires do, paying off the mortgage is an important step in the process. Now, I can probably hear your objections right now. You're saying, but Chris, what if we put all of our money into our mortgage? Won't we have nothing left for retirement? Stop. I don't want you to do that. Rather, just pay off the mortgage with anything you can come up with extra after putting into your retirement accounts. The more you put into your retirement accounts, the better off you'll be when you get to the age you're actually able to retire. Paying off your mortgage and putting money towards retirement don't have to be competing goals, as long as you're disciplined and you have the goal of paying off your mortgage while also saving for retirement. David Bach, who's the author of the book The Automatic Millionaire, recommends saving at least 15% of your income towards retirement. He says if you want to retire rich, 15 to 20% will cut it. If you want to retire early, you need to put at least 20% of your income towards retiring early. Now, if after putting that 15 to 20% towards retirement, you have money left over, by all means, you need to put it towards the mortgage and get rid of it and have that goal so that you can put more of your cash flow to work for your retirement later on. So now we come to reason number 4, you might want to pay off your mortgage by the time you hit age 50. After age 50, you have the opportunity to make catch-up contributions to your retirement accounts. This includes things like an IRA, it includes things like a 401k or a 403b. Once you hit age 50, your ability to save in an IRA increases by $1,000 as a catch-up contribution. You can put not just $6,000 a year in, but $7,000 a year in. Also, for 2020, you have the opportunity to increase your contributions to a 401k or a 403b account, and when you put that money in, you're not limited to $19,500 as people below age 50 are limited to. You can put another $6,500 into that, which brings you up to $26,000. If you put both of those together, the $7,000 that you can put into an IRA and the $19,500 that you can put into a 401k or a 403b, you come up to $33,000 that you can shelter from the IRS, and that becomes a lot easier to do. That $2,800 or so once you've paid off your mortgage. So that's reason number 4, that you want to pay off your mortgage so that you can shovel more money into your tax sheltered retirement accounts. So if you're like most Gen Xers and millennials, you've probably taken a while to hit some of the important life milestones that people used to hit in their 20s. We're talking about things like getting married, buying a house, having children. And by the time you hit age 50, your kids are probably about ready to leave the nest. That's also the point at which, if you're in the middle class, you're going to lose the $2,000 a year child tax credit. So being able to shelter some of your money from the IRS through tax-sheltered retirement accounts after age 50, being able to increase that amount because you don't have a mortgage, is really, really appealing.